What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 2 of my 52 horrific weeks of 1981. Once again, I popped in the remaining 51 films on my list into random.org, press randomize, and this is what came up. Don't Go in the Woods. I apologize if it's a little dark in here right now, because it's just really crappy outside. Yeah, Don't Go in the Woods came up, so I had to watch it and do the review. Yeah, Don't Go in the Woods is actually apparently intended to be, a comedy slasher. I've watched this movie lots of times, and I still don't understand why it was intended to be a comedy. So says the director. There's really no comedy elements. There's funny parts in this. I'm not sure if it was intended to be, if that was done purposely or, if it just turned out to be funny. But anyways, starting with the plot of the film, there's not really a plot to this film at all. It's basically just about four friends. They go into the woods. They're like on a camping trip, like a hiking trip kind of deal. And basically, it's just there's a madman running around the woods, killing off, trying to kill them, and killing off other random people in the forest too, like tourists and just people out doing whatever. There's no reason to the rhyme of the killer at all. He's, like I said, there's no explanation for what's going on. All the kills are random, and that's basically the whole premise of the film. It's, eventually what happens is, the maniac kills off a bunch of people. Two of the characters actually kind of escape out of the woods, and they go get help. They make it down to the police station. Anyways, and then it starts like this, this police investigation and stuff, and they try to locate this maniac and whatnot, and that's pretty much the whole thing. As for the kills in the film, they're not too bad. Some of the kills are pretty bloody. The body count's pretty decent. I think I looked up on body count whatever. And I think there was 16 in the film. There's 3 maybe off-screen kills, kind of. The kills aren't bad. I think honestly one of the funniest kills in the movie is honestly the end, where the maniac dies. Spoiler alert or not, whatever. It's not really a big spoiler alert. But it's kind of funny because they're stabbing the shit out of him, and it's funny. Getting back to the comedy part of this film, like I said, I've watched this film so many times. I'm trying to figure it out. There is some comedy relief with a dude in a wheelchair, I gotta say. The music gets kind of corny and stuff, and he's trying to push himself in the woods and he falls over and whatnot. It's kind of ridiculous. And then there's like an absolutely hilarious decapitation of the guy. But overall, I don't mind the score in this movie, to be honest. It kind of gets in my head. It's like this really cheesy score in the film, but it just kind of works with the film, the way it's shot and stuff. The acting is kind of whatever. It's not overly the greatest, but, it's whatever. It's not too bad, though. The film is shot. It actually has some pretty decent shots in the film. I really like the scene where they're running through the forest, and he's obviously. It's just a really fast-paced scene. I thought that was actually really cool. Like I said, the plot of the film. There's really no plot in the film. It's just one of those fucking random slasher films. But this movie does have quite the cult following. I'm assuming, people. This is one of those. Especially this edition is very sought out. This is the very first Code Red release. Do I like the film? I do enjoy the film. I don't find it overly... it's not overly that crazy exciting. Really, there's no third act in this that's like... it's not that thrilling at the end. It just kind of fucking ends. It's short, too. This movie only runs about 80 minutes, so... or 82 minutes or something like that. So the kills do start happening in the film quite fast. Like I said, there's about 16. They're quite spread out in the film. It goes right from the start to the end. But I do enjoy the film for what it is. It's by no means a great film at all. It's not a terrible film either. I still don't understand the whole comedy aspect of this, but But I definitely did laugh out of a few times. I think those were unintentional moments, though, of comedy relief, to be honest. But, you know, if you've seen this movie, you know pretty much what I'm talking about. It is what it is. You know, it's nothing special. I know a lot of people dislike this film, but I don't mind. I mean, it's okay. You know, it is what it is. But, yeah. Don't go in the woods. You can see that there. Yeah. But, yeah, so thanks for joining me. This is week 2 of the 52 horrific weeks of 1981. I will be back next week with another random movie from my list. I'll plug that into random.org. And hopefully obviously something cool is going to come up. So, but until then, thanks for watching, subscribe, and remember, leave some comments down below if you got anything to say. Peace out, homies.